Welcome everybody to this special weekend episode of Renegade of Rants.
Yay!
I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams.
I am the stat boy, Mike Caldwell.
And we are here to give you predictions for TNA's Bound for Glory.
The WrestleMania of TNA.
That's right. Now,
Yes.
y'all know we don't usually do predictions for TNA, but because of how big of a show this is for them, we figured it deserves the proper attention.
Yes, yes.
So me and Statboy have decided to do predictions, and I believe you'll be seeing the chicks, Jade and Pinky, do their predictions also.
That's right. What we got first?
First match on the agenda is the shirt that I'm representing.
Oh, the 87%.
That's right,
guy.
Joey Ryan versus Al Snow. Now, as many of you know, Joey Ryan tried out as part of the Gut Check a few months back.
Yeah.
He was denied a contract by Taz, Brother Love, and Al Snow.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been spontaneously showing up during other Gut Check contestants' either audition matches or results to make his point heard that if TNA really wants to listen to the fans, then they should have gone with the 87% and offered him a contract.
Right.
All this has been boiling up to the point where Joey Ryan assaulted Al Snow. He threw water in Al Snow's face. Al Snow bitch slapped him halfway back to Hollywood.
Oh, I missed that part.
It's all built up to this.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Ryan versus Al Snow. They haven't said it yet officially, I don't think. Let me check Wiki. Yes. If Joey Ryan wins, he's awarded a TNA contract.
Now, you watched Impact.
And if Al Snow wins, he has to leave TNA forever.
Right. If you watched Impact a couple weeks back, the major part of it was that Al Snow has a contract. He says, look, here's your TNA contract. Joey, being as cocky as ever, just signs it.
What he didn't do is read the fine print, which was a match contract, not an official contract.
Big mistake, Joey. You always read before you sign.
My question is Joey Ryan going to be at Disney World like he is usually at Disneyland leading up to the show?
Well, we know he was at Disneyland recently. If you follow him on Twitter, he's also been involved in a Twitter war with Al Snow. And honestly,
it's been pretty funny.
On Al Snow's part.
And on Joey's.
I like Al Snow in this. I like Al Snow overall because, you know, I'm sick of the 87% stuff. You know, if they didn't want him storyline or they didn't want him in reality, then that should be the it. And Joey should just stick to the indies where all of his fans are.
Problem is, dude, do you think they would seriously allow him to continuously crash the Impact Zone and lay hands on TNA officials if he wasn't already under contract? If he wasn't already in the midst of a big storyline?
That's a good point, and that's how wrestling confuses everybody.
You know, I love Al Snow too, but I'm picking Joey Ryan to win this match because otherwise I think it's all been for nothing.
Okay.
This entire build-up to this match will have been for nothing if they don't put Joey Ryan over.
We'll see what happens on the 14th.
Who do you pick?
I'm picking Al Snow.
Okay. Next match we have is a street fight with MMA superstar King Mo as the special guest enforcer. Former teammates collide. The It Factor Bobby Roode versus the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm. And again, I'm going to talk a little bit here because you don't follow TNA as much as I do. This rivalry has been building up for pretty much the entire last year.
Yeah, ever since Beer
Bobby Roode won the Bound for Glory series last year.
Right.
Didn't win the title at Bound for Glory.
No.
Then the next week on Impact, James Storm won the title.
Right.
Off of Kurt Angle, I believe.
Right.
And then about a week later, Bobby Roode defeated James Storm for the title and turned heel on his partner.
Right.
So this has been building up for pretty much the entire past year. And it's so brutal that it has to be a street fight. There's no other way they could do this, really. I mean, I guess you could maybe do a cage match. since they don't have a Hell in a Cell, and they've kind of phased out the Clockwork Orange House of Fun matches.
And the Lethal Lockdown is gone too.
Well, but that's supposed to be only at Lockdown, hence Lethal Lockdown. See how that goes there.
A Come As You Are street fight works the best for Cowboy. I mean, he'll bring his steel toe cowboy boots, he'll wear his tough jeans, and he'll hit everything with the kitchen sink, I think. Because, if he's going with the true cowboy redneck story, he'll hit him with everything, let alone a gun. And he'll put a hurting on Bobby Roode. So I'm picking James Storm.
It's a pretty good theory. I tend to agree with you. I think James Storm is going to get this one because Bobby has just been owning James for most of the rivalry, if memory serves me correctly. There's a lot of patches there where I drop off a TNA and come back and drop off and come back, but for as far as I can remember, Bobby has pretty much had the upper hand the entire time, especially being the longest reigning champion in Impact Wrestling history.
Right.
Since they brought the TNA strap out, the NWA title, Jeff Jarrett in TNA history.
Yeah.
But since it was just the TNA Wrestling Championship, Bobby Roode's the longest, so I tend to think that James Storm will get this one, much like I said for Joey, otherwise it'll be a lot of wasted momentum. James Storm has to come out and get this one.
What's next?
Next up we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go through the title matches now.
Okay.
The one that was announced this past week on Impact, Zema Ion is going to defend his X Division Championship against none other than Rob Van Dam.
I don't know much about this Zema Ion guy.
Zema Ion went through the qualifications last year around Destination X time. He won a contract with TNA in an Ultimate X match at last year's Destination X. He spent majority of the year, doing his thing, having matches with Jesse Sorensen. He injured Jesse Sorensen, broke his neck, accidentally, but, kind of has tweaked his heel gimmick to where he's made himself a career killer type of gimmick now. Won the X Division title this year at Destination X in an Ultimate X match. And now he's more or less ran through the entire X Division, and that's when Rob stepped up, was like, hey, I'm X Division. I was X Division before there was an X Division.
I was Extreme, yeah.
So he's up to the challenge. Rob has not had a title, I believe, since he lost his World Heavyweight Championship without being defeated.
Right.
He was attacked and injured, and so they had to strip him of the title.
That's why I'm going to pick Rob. I think he can go another run with a title. Why not? I mean, if he can still go in the same level as he was before, when he really was Extreme, go for it. Go ahead, Rob.
I love Rob. I hate Zema, but I'm going to have to pick Zema Ion to win because, much like all these other matches we've been talking about, this storyline with Zema and the title has to end when Jesse Sorensen comes back. Jesse Sorensen needs to be the one to take the strap off of Zema Ion.
We'll see what happens. What's next?
The brand new television champion as of a couple weeks ago, Samoa Joe, defending his title against his former tag team champion partner, Magnus.
I've always liked Samoa Joe. I mean, the Samoan submission machine when he had that long streak as a so I'm going to go with Samoa Joe straight up.
I agree this one. I'm not going to give a whole lot of backstory on this one. Joe's going to kill you, Magnus. Yeah. He just got the TV title a couple weeks ago. They're not going to take it away from him this quickly.
No.
You're the king of stats. You don't follow TNA, sadly, but I think Joe's only in like 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Then definitely Joe's going to.
They're not going to take the strap from him this quickly.
Only two? Only two.
We got the tag team titles on the line.
Okay.
The World Tag Team Champions of the World, that is their official name, or as I like to call them, Team UPW.
Team UPW.
Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian are defending their titles against Kurt Angle and AJ Styles, and Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Hernandez.
So it's a 3-team match.
It's a 3-team match.
Damn. I like Daniels and AJ, or Daniels and Kazarian. I mean,
I
like,
do too.
We've seen their careers just start from the beginning and work their way up.
Yeah, I remember watching Daniels in his audition match on WCW when he went for that flip off of the middle rope, landed on his head, and damn near broke his neck.
Yeah, we never want to see that again. Angle and AJ, you know, they're also experienced. Hernandez and Chavo, I'm going to eliminate them right now. Unless they want to go with Latino Tag Team Champion Angle, then that's okay. I'm going to say Daniels and Kazarian retain.
See, I'm going to eliminate Styles and Angle.
Okay.
I think it's either going to be Kaz and Daniels retaining, or it's going to be Chavo and Hernandez getting the upset victory. I think that in this case it comes down to who needs to push more, and right now I think Chavo, just having gotten over there, and Hernandez, who's kind of been lost in the mix since LAX broke up, you know, and he had his little rivalry with Matt Morgan, who he was teaming with for a time. They need something to do with them.
Right, right.
So I think that in all likelihood that the straps will probably go to Chavo and Hernandez.
Okay, cool. What's next?
Next we have the Knockouts title. You know, the belt with women that more or less actually know how to fucking wrestle.
Yes.
Although the champion doesn't.
Okay. What we got?
The champion, Miss Tessmacher, formerly known as Brooke in WWE, part of Extreme Expose and all that stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Versus Tara.
Oh,
formerly Victoria.
Hands down.
This is being billed as a teacher versus the student. They were BFFs. Tara was helping Tessmacher with her training. I'm sorry, but Tara may taught you everything that you know, but she damn sure didn't teach you everything that she knows.
Absolutely. Tara, hands down.
I completely agree. Tara, Victoria, you know, whatever you want to call her, she definitely needs another run with that title.
Oh, yeah.
To bring some prestige back to it, because I like Tessmacher more than I like Kelly Kelly.
Who's that? Huh? Kelly Kelly?
Excuse me, Barbie Blank.
Yeah, Barbie Blank, yeah.
You know, who
Barbara,
looks like a Barbie doll and has nothing in her head, so it's blank. I like Tessmacher a lot more than her, but she's not good enough to be beating all the knockouts that they've got on a regular basis. There's no way Tessmacher is a believable women's champion when you have a division scattered with Tara's, Gail Kim's, Mickie James's, ODB's.
There you go.
The list goes on and on. It's just not believable to me. So you need a respectable champion like Tara that can actually go with those girls and help reboost the division, which is something that they've been desperately trying to do.
Totally agree. Tara all the way. What's next?
The World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
Austin Aries, the greatest man that ever lived,
And
the champion.
And the cockiest TNA champion I've ever seen.
No.
Second
versus the charismatic enigma, the leader of the Creatures of the Night,
Ooh.
Jeff Hardy.
Ooh.
I'm going to tell you right now, as much as it pains me to say this, because y'all have seen the way I turned my back, I'm going to pick Jeff Hardy. Because this match is all about recapturing the glory at Bound for Glory. 10-10-10, Jeff Hardy won the title, revealed himself as part of They, which led to Immortal. He was being built as the centerpiece of this heel faction. He turned his back on the Creatures of the Night. He had everything going for him, and then he got too coked out and fucked his life up. Was gone from TNA for a bit in rehab. Was turned his back on by fans and colleagues alike. Was told that he didn't deserve another chance. TNA decided to give him one more chance, which is why his song starts with one more shot. Because this is his last chance, essentially. He has been doing good for as far as I know. He hasn't fallen back off the wagon. He's keeping sober. He's keeping straight. And what better end to that comeback story than to reclaim the title that he won 2 years ago at Bound for Glory?
That is a very good argument. I can agree with that on all the stuff. I do like Jeff Hardy, but if you're going to establish yourself as a glorified champion, and with the way his character's going, I got to pick Austin Aries because, don't get me wrong, the match is going to be great. It's going to be one of Jeff Hardy's greatest matches ever. But I'm thinking that Austin Aries is going to finally cement himself in a big pay-per-view match like this, and I'll give him maybe a couple more weeks or so, like let Hardy chase him a little bit longer, maybe put in a stipulation, do a tables match or whatever, then Hardy will get the belt back. I gotta go with, as much as I love Jeff and all his career, I gotta go with Austin Aries.
I disagree with that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because last year's Bound for Glory series, they fucked up royally when Bobby Roode won the series, got to Bound for Glory, and they didn't put the strap on him at Bound for Glory. They basically made the entire months of build-up and tournament, and the fact that he won the series, meaningless. And now they've done it again. A good 4 months, or 3 or 4 months of tournaments and matches to get up to the winner of the Bound for Glory series, to see who is going to go against the champion. And if they pull that shit again, fans are going to riot, especially if they do it to the leader of the Creatures of the Night.
We'll see what happens in that one.
And the last match we're going to talk about, normally I don't give non-title matches precedence over title matches, but this match has definitely been the story for the past many months.
Yeah, it has.
Aces and Eights versus Steen and Bully Ray.
Aces and Eights, the whole team, I like the name Aces and Eights because it's a poker reference. I kind of don't like their costumes. I mean, yeah, they are like completely covered. You can't tell who they are at all.
That's the point. That's why
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's always fun to try and figure out who these people are.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think that Pinky hit the nail right on the head a couple weeks ago when we were exposed to the leader of Aces and Eights from a back shot. He was sitting to the camera with the back of his head and the back of his body showing, and it looked way, way too familiar to me. And if it's not who Pinky said it was, then they did a good job of rusing us. But if it is who I think it is, who Pinky said it is, then they seriously fucked up the angle when they gave us that shot, because it looked way too much like Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff has been MIA from TNA television for a minute ever since Steen passed over the reins as GM to Hogan. Ever since Hogan returned babyface earlier this year, Bischoff has been MIA. Who better to attack Hogan and Steen and Brooke than the man who feels like his best friend turned his back on him?
That's all true.
A couple weeks ago when they had the TV title match to declare the new champion, Garrett Bischoff was one of the guys in the running. As soon as he got eliminated by Hulk, if you had seen the look on his face, the look on his face said, me and my boys are going to fuck you up later. And then that's the same show where all of a sudden we saw the leader of the Aces and Eights.
Also,
I think the Bischoffs are working together.
Father and son?
Father and son. I think we're finally going to get the Garrett Bischoff heel turn.
I also like the wildness of Bully Ray. I mean, he does this 51-50 gimmick for a reason, folks. I mean, he wants to... Maybe he's going to turn on Sting and cause Aces and Eights to win.
I hope not. But there's a lot of signs that make it seem like Bully will stay heel and align with Aces and Eights. He's got that gang mentality. And the fact that Hogan was reluctant to pick him to ride with them just gives all the more reason why Bully would have the animosity to want to turn on Hogan and Sting.
So, my pick will be...
Hold on, there is a stipulation.
Oh, what's that?
If the Aces and Eights win, they get access to Impact. If Steen and Bully wins, Ace and Eights are done forever. I think the Aces and Eights are too hot for them to kill it. We still don't even know who half of them are yet.
Yeah.
We need to have the leader revealed, and we need to have who these guys are revealed. Keep this shit going.
Okay.
Aces and Eights to win.
As much as I want to see Sting and Bully Ray win, like I say, watch out for Bully Ray. He's going to do a turn, so Aces and Eights get the victory, but they won't get it clean. Aces and Eights.
So, that is our prediction show for TNA Bound for Glory. I'm the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams.
I'm the Stat Boy, Mike Caldwell.
And we will see you next time here on the Casa D18 Studios channel.
Stat Boy out.